Two old people on the couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
Make America great again, from sea to shining sea. It's a land of the free, my friends, the one for you and me. Let's go!
I am Debbie and this is Mark and we are Two Old People on the Couch. And so we're ready to get our it started Monday. It is.
That's what I said.
Mhm.
Start up Monday.
Start at Monday.
And we're not going to say, and we got that going on today.
Okay.
Right?
Thank
we
goodness
started
we're not
doing
gonna
that.
do
We
that.
said, we got that going on. And what do you say all the time?
I think I say we got that going on.
Going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think so.
Yeah, we're not saying that
today.
anymore.
No,
'Cause-
absolutely
Because
not.
we are trained
Professionals.
professionals. Okay. So, quickly, I want to get out there that tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
Greenhorn 1 Acre
Uh-huh.
is going to try to link in with me
Mhm.
and be my guest on Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show. And we're going to discuss all the craziness going on in the world and
Mhm.
just hash it out between, because we are both on the same. He posts on Facebook, right?
Mhm.
So I think he's not afraid to let everybody know. He's trying to save people, and
Mhm.
get it out there like, hey, this is what's really going on. I think it's important. I got a little bit more about that coming up in the show.
Yes,
so
you do.
stay
tuned.
I'm going to talk
The must
about
watch.
it's must watch coming up
Mhm.
here in a second.
Okay.
Go.
We got mail. So from My Alabama Farm Life. And she sent us 2 stickers. One is her sticker, My Alabama Farm Life. Check her out. And then we got one from My Aussie Garden and Kitchen.
All right.
So
Nice.
she's been put in charge of sending some of his stickers out. Maybe
She's
they
the
did an
official
exchange or something.
distribution
Mm-hmm.
sticker for because
Yes. You
Shipping
can't ship
it's terrible.
across
And
countries.
them poor people down there. Hey,
Mhm. Oh,
speaking about what's going on later in the show, they'll relate.
Yes. Mhm.
We're gonna tell you what's going on, and it's the worst right now in Australia.
It is.
Well, one of the worst.
Yeah, places.
Super bad down
It
there.
is.
And
It is.
we're gonna explain it to you with science, what's going on
Down in Australia.
because they love science,
Mm-hmm.
right? They love science. Science. Well, we're gonna nail you with some science that tells you what's really going on.
Okay,
All right.
so Kathy wrote, she said, I am so thankful to know you and to be part of this awesome community. I don't
Yes.
watch the news, but I love knowing I am going to have fun with you guys. Keep it up. Blessings, Kathy. So thank you, Kathy,
And
for the stickers. I love it.
My Alabama.
And we'll link both of their channels in the description
I
below.
was talking.
Sorry.
My Alabama Farm Life and My Aussie Garden Kitchen. They are. We're gonna explain it later on. How they are part of the solution
They
to
are
what's
part of
going
the
on
Mm-hmm.
out there in the world right now
Okay.
with science.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we do not have a furry friend, but I do have a furry friend, but it's on my phone, and I left my phone at work. So we will do furry friends on Wednesday, for sure.
According to science, you
Mhm.
forgot your
I
phone.
did forget my phone. It was that kind of day.
I just, everybody loves science. Science. So
Okay,
can I
go
get
out
to my
your
science?
Let's get to your
Please?
science. Karen said, please. You said
Yeah,
please.
well,
Huh?
Karen, okay,
Mhm.
Karen's seen some of the clips already,
Mhm.
and she's part of the problem,
Yeah.
not the
Not the
solution.
solution.
They've gotten to her
Yeah.
with science.
Okay.
All right,
So,
here we go.
all right.
So, basically what it is, and this is all crazy terms of, almost like brainwashing and everything that I've been saying forever, right? But this is all science-backed, and it is simply a question of reorganizing, manipulating collective feelings in a proper way. Well, so, how did it? Menticide is the killing of the mind, right?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. And it's also got to do with mass psychosis, what's
Mhm.
going on.
What's going on?
And
right now?
I've explained this and not so much I haven't used these big words like menticide. I've just
Yeah.
said it's the world, and they're all in a big cult.
Mhm.
They're all brainwashed, and
Yes.
are you
Yeah.
how though? How is this all getting done?
Yeah.
How are they pulling this all off? Well, the Third Reich did it,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
these people are following
The same.
the
playbook.
same tactics.
Mhm.
And you can look at them and see them and go see that they did the exact same. If you did your own research,
Mhm.
they're doing the same thing
Mhm.
verbatim of how they got everybody to just fall in line and go with the evilness, right?
Yeah.
So it's got, okay. So let's get this bigger here. Okay. So basically, you know what, I gotta explain something first. I'm gonna link this video. These are just snippets
Of a video.
that explains the science. Really, really good. So please, I'll probably even pin it in the, you know, in
a comment.
a comment, but it'll be in the description. It's made by After School. It's not spelled. It's like SKOOL instead. After School. They made it, but I'll link it down below. It's your homework and your duty to watch it. It's not long, and he makes these cartoons to explain it all, and it's all, you know,
laid out for you.
It's awesome. If you have anybody, you know, like on the fence, not knowing, you know, what's going on in the world, share that video with them and get it out to the people quick. Okay, now we'll move on. Okay, so we have what causes a mass psychosis, what drives an individual mad. Well, you know, look over there in the middle, you know, you got, you know, fear. And look, boy, look at all the pictures up there. That'll describe a lot of the things that they keep on, you know, pushing down the news, right? The news is just pushing all this. Oh my gosh, you know, it's bad, right? And then it leads to, you know, the people at the top, you know, controlling everything, and, you know, the rest of the people are all delusional. And we've said it, they want to get rid of the middle class. There's just going to be the upper tier, and then they're working all this in your brain, right?
Yeah.
And then there's going to be no middle class. They want to destroy the middle class, make things too expensive, houses too expensive, everything. So then they'll just be the oppressed and poor, right? Right? This is all true.
Yes.
It's science.
It's science.
All right. So here we go. We got that going. Let's move on.
Okay.
All right. So this slide shows it just about, you know, the saying, the rulers, and they're acting like gods, like they can just dictate whatever, you know, you have no free will, and you must, you know, listen to us, and we're the only answer and all that stuff, right? The only way to get us out of this and all that is up above there. And then we're all just the ones being crushed down below. Okay, and there's another big word, totalitarianism. Totalitarianism. Blah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we move along. How do they work this into, you know, getting us conditioned
to lose our mind,
to fall into menticide, or whatever that big word was, right? Menticide and mass psychosis is their tactics is they like to raise the fear level, and they'll have like some answers a little bit, and things will get better a little bit. And then boom, they start jamming you with fear again, with a little bit of, you know, oh, you know, it's going to get better. And then boom, with fear again. And what's going on in the world right now? They're yo-yoing your emotions.
Yes,
you
back
know, with
and
us,
forth.
and we're not buying it.
It's going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
The CD came out. I said, yeah, this is just all, you know, for one thing, you know, is to start this whole crap up. So I wasn't too concerned. I'm like, I'm just going to go through life normal, you know, I'm not going to fear. And then they come out with, you know, the mask and the this, and you know, they keep on saying, oh, maybe, you know, if you do this for, you know, 15 days, it'll get better. Oh, no, it's worse than we thought. Blah, 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 you know, up and down, then deltas, and then omicrons, and it just keeps on going. And I told you that it was going to not be just 15 days. It wasn't going to be just one pandemic. It was going to be multiple, back to back to back. And boy, was I right. Okay,
you were right.
Here we go. You can't deny it. It's what? Science. They want
Science.
science. We're giving you science.
Okay.
Boy, they love that science.
Yes.
They love science.
They do.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
You want science?
We got some.
These people were experts that came up with all this, and they're following the same plan. I already said it, as you know, the Third Reich and everything. It's textbook. That's why I can predict the future on where they're going with all this.
But this is how you get out of it.
This is how you get out of it. And that's why I'm saying all these people on YouTube that are running their lives normal, and just going through their daily business and, working on the homesteads and all this stuff and not
And taking control of their own destiny.
taking control of your own destiny and not fearing anything, not buying into the mayhem and the scare tactics and everything. Okay. So let me go back out there. So then you have really, the truth is out there. See those guys? They're trying to feed you all this scare, doom, and gloom, right?
And making puppets. But we cut the strings.
Those guys cut the strings. They're having a good life. They're sitting there. They're laughing. They're going seeing family. They're going to football games, right?
Yes.
And masses. They're going out to eat.
Yes.
They're just going through no masks, no nothing. They're not buying into it. They cut the string. They also say to stop the chain of the mass psychosis is to do it with comedy and stuff like it. See the one clown there and everything?
Yeah.
And they'll talk about all this. I'll link it down below. But it's so good. And I think that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get the truth out and do it and be funny at the same time, lighthearted, and not get people all scared. Like if we came on here and scared you about what they're doing, then that would just scare you some more, right? What we're saying is, don't worry about it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And we're the more people, and they are, coming out of it and not buying into it anymore, we're coming out the other side. And I do believe the younger people and everybody are done with it. They just want to have fun again.
Yes.
They want to get back to normal life. You can come out with 15 different variants. They're not buying it anymore. Obviously, the stadiums are packed. It's not a big deal, people. I've been doing everything normal this whole time, right?
Yeah.
The whole time I haven't, unless they mandated it to go into a store or something like that. But as soon as they told you, take it off at work, take it up there, I've just been walking around. And the more you look around at the people, not worrying about it, and not suffering, and not coming down with anything, maybe a cough or a cold, and then, getting better, we're all getting through it good. I'm sorry it took so long, but it's very important.
Okay.
All right. What do you got going on?
I got news.
What?
Let's go out to the news. You're in
What
charge.
What are we not saying anymore?
Oh,
it's still
we
me.
got that going on.
Okay, so this is
Still
still my
you.
stuff. Real quick, this is kind of just hypocritical and ironic that back in February of 2020, Biden said Trump further diminishes the U.S. in the eye of the world by expanding his travel ban. This new African ban is designed to make it harder for black and brown people to immigrate to the United States. It's a disgrace, and we cannot let him succeed at doing it.
Yeah.
Then you got
Today.
Kamala Harris. No, not yet.
Come on.
Back in February. Trump's extended un-American travel ban undermines our nation's core values. It is clearly driven by hate, not security. Right?
Okay.
So they're telling you one thing here, a wall, and back, this is like March of 2020, a wall will not stop the coronavirus. Banning all travel from Europe or any other part of the world will not stop it. This disease could impact every nation and any person on the planet, and we need a plan to combat it.
Okay.
Right, so there you go. That was just less than a year ago. And then just the other day, they're trying to scare us. Like I said,
New variant coming out of South Africa.
Up, down.
And then they're like, close down travel.
Close down travel.
From South Africa.
Poor Australia. They're arresting people and doing all that kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And, luckily here, so far, they might try to lock us all down and do it. And they're doing crazy stuff with AI, and like you'll have to have your face, and it will even recognize just that much of your face now, so you can have a mask on to be able to shop and everything like that. It's getting crazy in some of these other countries, and that they're doing it, and they're bringing it. So the more we fight back, the more we just say we're not taking it. We're just going to live life normally, take our chances. You know?
Okay.
Free will.
Can we get to the news? All right, go. All right. So we have all kinds of football chaos going on
I
this
feel like
weekend.
you're pressuring me.
Well, we need to keep. We
All
gotta go fast. New
Well, let's-
one spent 15 minutes.
Let's
on
get
that.
to the news.
Okay. So we have all kinds of sports things.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like they're trying to distract us so that we don't
Yeah.
concentrate on other things that are going on.
Yeah, well,
But we have the OU football coach, and he's he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's at USC.
USC.
So, and several of his assistants are joining him. So, anyway, so you got that, and then go to the next slide. And you
is
said
this
on Saturday,
Yeah.
and then, but we have Stoops
I called it,
stepping in the interim to be the coach for Lincoln
Right.
Riley.
I kind of.
He said that to me
I heard
on Saturday.
rumors from Gold and Blue Dude. I got it right
Oh.
this time here. Gold and Blue Dude.
That way you
Yeah.
heard that rumor?
Well, it was everywhere that he was going to LSU.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I said the other night, I said
Stoops will step
he'll
in.
go to LSU and Stoops will be the coach. Well,
Yeah.
at least he's an interim coach.
Yeah.
So I nailed that.
Yeah,
I was like,
you nailed
because
that part.
Stoops was coaching that professional football team, and then
Yeah.
he stopped, right?
Mhm.
Because of the CV.
Yeah.
And so I was like, he still has an itching to coach.
hmm
He's coming back.
So there's all kinds of football
Yeah.
scrambling going on right now.
Yeah, a bunch of head coaches
Yeah,
are moving,
moving
around.
around.
But I thought LSU, he would do that because if he's going to the SEC,
Mm-hmm.
LSU is a bigger program,
Mm-hmm.
and he might have a better chance. But then whenever they went to USC, there's two reasons why I believe
He went to USC.
Well, three. He didn't want OU to go to the SEC
Okay.
because it would be hard. You know, he
Mhm.
would just be a
Harder.
mediocre
Mhm.
team there, where he right in the Big
12,
12, he's top dog.
Uh-huh.
But if he goes to USC, he'll be top dog out there.
Yeah.
He'll
Mhm.
make that program good because, you know, he's going to go out there, so he'll dominate
Mm-hmm.
a conference, which
Yeah.
is good. And the second thing is, because they're letting the players get money. For their branding,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
where better place to brand yourself than near Hollywood
Yeah,
and in
mhm.
California
Yeah,
and
in
stuff
California.
like that. And all the Hollywood stars and stuff,
Mhm.
you can get out and mingle with them
Yeah.
and get your name brand out there and make dough. So that's a selling point. He says, come to USC,
You can make dough.
you can make dough, and we're right next to all
Mhm.
these managers and everything.
Yeah.
And, we'll get you on late night TV shows and everything, and you'll make all kind of money. And
Mhm.
they're like, oh, yeah, okay. That's why I think, because they changed that rule on players being able to brand themselves.
Yes.
And what better place to brand yourself? And that's how he's
Exactly.
going to, he's going to say, come with me, I'm a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he's going to sell it, I think. But
Okay.
that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Right.
So go on. All right. So here you go. You have the first case of this new variant in North America. It showed up in Canada,
Okay.
of course. So it's in North America. So
Right.
it's taken off. Go next.
All right.
Okay. But Biden says we will not have shutdowns or lockdowns.
Okay.
We're going to combat it with vaccine and boosters and stuff. So
Just remember,
yeah,
just like he said,
Mhm.
less
Yeah,
than
well,
a
no,
year
just
ago.
keep
no,
going.
Hold on.
just keep going.
And we're going to circle back to this.
We're going to circle back to this.
All right.
Now we sound like somebody
All
else.
right.
It's not going to be yet, but we're going to circle back to it.
All
Okay.
right.
So then we have the Federal Trade Commission
All right.
is ordering different big corporations to turn over information on why their shelves are empty and why the prices are going high.
Do you want to
So-
tell
Yes,
them and
I
save
do.
them time?
Yes, when you add trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of debt, you get inflation.
And
Yeah.
inflation. And then whenever you
Yeah.
put so much restrictions on
On
the trucking
driver
industry,
then you have supply issues.
you can't get the trucks into the ports
Mhm.
to offload
Mhm.
the things. Nobody wants to deal with that area
Yeah.
because there's too much restriction. So they go, we'll haul cows instead out
Yes.
in the middle of the country.
Mhm.
Yeah, we don't need California crap,
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
restrictions and inflation
Yeah.
leads to shortages.
Death.
Yeah,
Death.
there you go. It's pretty
Yeah,
simple, people.
Simple.
All right, here you go. You
Simple.
wanted me to
Not
move
rocket
on here?
science. Yes, please.
There we go.
Okay, but first we have Fauci saying we're just going to have to learn to live with the CV. We're not going to eradicate it.
Yeah,
So
guess
it's not
what?
going away ever.
Mass psychosis.
Yes. So go to the next.
Listen to me. We've been on this planet for how long?
For a while.
Long. Humans have been on here. I don't know. I don't know the science of that, but it's been a dang long
8,000
time.
years.
We never had a jibby jab until the late 1700s. So we went, and it's not like we're walking around. I mean, we get the cold and all that stuff, right? So what he's probably saying is it is the common cold, and we're never going to get rid of the common cold. Boy.
Yeah.
Wow. And they
That's
just
breaking
scared us
news.
to make us think it was something, because the PCR tests or whatever cannot decide between the common cold, the flu, or this thing, right?
Okay.
So if you can't, what happened to the flu? It
It
disappeared.
disappeared.
Because the tests were testing positive for everything,
Yes.
and they just threw it into one category.
Yeah.
All right, here
Okay.
we go.
But then we're still coming back now.
All right.
Fauci says he doesn't rule out more COVID lockdowns in response to the new variant.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
Biden says one thing because he doesn't want the stock market to go down anymore,
Yeah.
right? And Fauci's saying another.
Well, I'm going with Fauci.
And, yeah.
Because that's their plan.
Mhm.
And I bet you, again, for the 1 millionth time, Biden will have lied again and been a total hypocrite, because they will. Because things aren't going their way out there in the world. And just wait until the election year.
Yes.
Wait till the election year and see how they start ramping up all this craziness for mass psychosis and medicide, which is the killing of the brain.
Okay. All right. And we have the trial that starts today.
Yep.
So that is starting today.
Boy, no info very much. It's hard to
Not-
get some stuff. There's one guy, I think, if I get his link, I'll put it down. But it's something like Inner City Press, I think is his YouTube and website. Inner City Press. But, it's advanced in a lot of it, so you got to search around, and I haven't.
But like you like Yahoo wasn't putting in, didn't say anything about this.
They
starting
had a
today.
trial with cameras in it and all that for a guy that was just defending himself.
And now they're not going to have cameras.
Guy
in
was
this one.
defending himself.
Yeah.
They proved it in a court of law and everything. And they went crazy, and the news went ballistic on it.
Yeah.
And
this
he
is-
actually,
Shush.
somebody that was a, they're all bad people, right? And then the one guy that, plowed his car through the band and everything. Well, that was funny. Can I talk about that just for a second? Okay.
Just for a second. We're running out of time.
We're going to take more time.
Stop.
Okay, listen. Now you got me. Okay, the guy plowed in, right? Well, they had a picture of him with shorter hair and a mugshot, right? And one of the reporters was like, well, how can you even tell that's the same? Oh, I'm not sure that's the same guy, right? Until that, they blew into the neck, right?
No, and he had a tattoo.
He had a tattoo. He goes, well, maybe this tattoo that's exactly the same on both this picture and that picture makes it the same guy. And the guy was like, well, it was like funny. What is the news doing out there? The news is just
crazy.
They're evil, and they're just trying to brainwash us. All right, here we go.
Okay. All right. So then in Australia, we have this.
Right.
Okay. Go on to the next one.
Maybe we'll get Aussie Garden Kitchen on, and he can.
Maybe he can tell us if this is all true.
He'll get probably put in one of those if he talks to us, though.
He probably will be.
All right.
Okay, and then go big with this. Just for a second. I'm not
go
gonna,
big or go home.
I'm not going to read it, but anyway, so they're talking about how pretty soon, if you test positive, you're going to have to go to one of these places, and how they used to say this was all this couldn't happen, this wasn't going to happen, this was all just misinformation and everything else, and then now it's becoming true, and it started out as just 14 days to
Yeah.
keep the curve, and then you have
And
this going
they
on.
said it was ludicrous to think that they were going to put people in
Uh-huh.
camps. Well,
Yes.
guess what, people?
Mhm.
They are.
Yeah.
And so they just, they push the can down the road.
Mhm.
They tell you you're crazy, and then they do it.
And then they do it. And they also have the army going door to door to urge people to
Listen.
get vaccinated. So,
I know
plus I think if you're not vaccinated, you can't leave your house.
they gave away their, things.
Mhm.
But you got to stand up, people down
Mhm.
there, for your kids, for everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can guarantee you here, we're around more people. You're on an island, right? We got people traveling from other, countries and everything, just wailing right through
Mhm.
the highway out here.
Yeah.
And we're all fine. We're all fine. Australia's blowing it out. They're using that menticide on you
Mhm.
to control you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be these people up here, and then all the rest of the people are going to be lower class.
Okay.
Please, please. I know it's going to be hard without everything, but you got to wake up,
Mhm.
unbrainwash your neighbors and everybody, and just everybody stand up at once,
Mhm.
and it'll be over. It will be over.
Okay. And then we have Germany introducing the CV jibby jab certification.
Yeah.
And they're like the police will just like go into restaurants and make sure you have your
I know.
your certification.
Look at all the guys advertising it
Mhm.
too. Poor guy's got plastic gloves on.
Mhm.
He's got his pass.
Mhm.
He's got a mask on. What a way to live, huh?
Mhm.
I ain't doing it. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then
Okay, back to
we're
that.
done. So
I'm
that's
not-
all that we have for today.
I don't know what's going to happen to me
I don't know.
if this country doesn't go in the right direction, because I'm not doing it. I'm
Yeah.
going to be out there acting normal, and I'm going to be the guy walking down the street just saying you're all mad out there and you're all crazy. I've been going for 2 years now, just living normal, and it ain't getting to me. You tested positive for it. Who knows what you tested positive for? Because the test doesn't know. But you got through it. My daughter got through it.
Mhm. So
I haven't got it.
Mhm.
Look at your families, people. If they don't have comorbidities or craziness going on in their health, they all made it. Just like we have for millions of years. So there you go.
okay. So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.